yogis, welcome. It's Lisa. This is probably about a 75-minute flow. I'm glad you're here. We will be doing some twisting today. We will work into Ekapada 2, which is an arm balance, and you'll also get a chance to do crow. Take it or leave it. If you like to have a block, it's always great to have one near you. We will also be going into Ardha Chandrasana, balancing half moons. So props are always a great option. And just some water maybe, and a great attitude. Have some fun. You'll recognize some of the stuff that we do today. I like to build on things that we've been learning over the last few weeks. And some stuff will be totally different. So have fun and just do your best. We are going to start laying down on our mat. So find a comfortable position. Maybe you take the soles of your feet together, knees wide, finding some opening through your low back. Or legs just straight out is fine as well. Close your eyes. Kind of roll your shoulders underneath you and start to lift your heart. And relax. You're here, you made it to your mat. If you'd like, you can take your right hand to your heart and your left hand to your belly. And start to deepen your breath. So seal your lips and start to take a big, deep inhale through your nose. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh out the breath. Inhale, fill up. Open mouth and breathe. Inhale. Breathe in a little slower, a little deeper. Pull the air deep down into your belly. Expand through your rib cage. Hold it at the top. And then open your mouth, exhale, lower belly, presses to your spine, back into the floor. One more like that. Inhale, fill up. And when you feel like you're full, take in one more sip and hold it. And then big sigh out, pressing all the stale air, letting go of all those things you don't need anymore, and just find yourself completely empty. Start to seal your lips and come into your Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then if the soles of your feet are together, take your hands to the outsides of your thighs and gently guide your knees together. And then take your knees into your chest, just a nice loose grip around your shins, and you can rock side to side along your back. And we'll start with some core work. Start to create some internal heat. Extend the legs straight up overhead. So again, just really pressing your low back into the floor, knitting your ribs, engaging through the low belly. Try to relax your face, your neck, your mouth, all of it. Don't waste any energy scrunching up your face. Just really engage your core. So you're really working just right here. Arms are relaxed, shoulders underneath you, belly pulled in nice and tight. From here, just start to lower your legs down a little bit. Maybe they just go 30%, maybe 45%, but keep the low back pressing into the earth. Engage through your feet, and then inhale, lift up, and then lift the hips. Lower down, little tuck of the chin so that the whole back of the head stays on the floor. Inhale, lift. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Keep knitting the ribs, hugging the belly back. Inhale, lift. Let's do 2 more like that. Lower down. Inhale, lift. 1 more. And then lift the hips. Now take your hands behind your head and keep your elbows nice and wide. Lift your shoulders off of the mat, your head off of the mat. Look up at the ceiling above your head and keep your elbows nice and wide and let your head just fall back in your hands like it's a hammock. Try not to really waste any energy holding the head up. Just let it fall back. From here, I want you to take the legs back down to that hover, maybe about 45, maybe lower. Lift the chest higher, and then take the legs out to a V and make a big circle and bring the legs up to meet. Lower down, and then big circle. Really engage through the feet so you can point or flex or point, but active feet, active legs, making big circles here. Really knit the ribs. Let's do 3 more. Lower down, big circle. Starting to warm up through the hips a little bit. And then 1 more. Nice. Reverse it. Take it out to a V and then bring it around and squeeze them in. Take it out to a V, big circle. They meet at the bottom. And with each one of these, maybe you can bring the legs a little bit lower. And you might even start to lift your hips at the top. Let's just do 2 more. Beautiful. And then feet meet here. Just stay here. Now, I want you to just start to alternate, moving the legs. They kind of meet in 45. And then you find that L shape with the legs. So keep internally rotating the thighs. Keep lifting the head and chest higher, knitting the ribs. All right. So now we'll land with the right leg high and the left leg at a hover. Keep internally rotating the thighs. See if you can lift the head and the chest higher. We'll twist left elbow toward the right. Keep the chest lifted and keep lifting through the right shoulder blade as well. So inhale, keep this twist. Exhale, lower the leg to a hover. Inhale, lift, just hold the twist. Exhale, lower. 4 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing. Bring the leg back up and hold it. Now, take the hands together outside of the right thigh and twist tie your legs. So really squeeze the inner thighs together. Lift up higher and pulse for 10, 9, 8. Keep hugging the belly back. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Hug the right knee into your chest. Let the left leg go long. Big breath in. Exhale, pull it in tight. You can take a spinal twist, just guiding the right knee across the body. Hips go toward the right. You can cactus the arm or just bring it out straight. You can even eagle wrap the legs, whatever feels nice here. Just taking a nice twist. Keep hugging your belly in tight as you twist over toward the right. And then gently release. Legs come back up to 90. Hands come back behind the head. Lift the shoulders and the chest. And then just start to alternate the legs. And I like to try and kind of have them meet in the center around 45 degrees or so. And just breathe. There's no proper pace here. So you're just moving at your own breath. It doesn't matter if you're going as slow or as fast as I am or the person that you're practicing with. Just finding a rhythm that feels good to you. Let's do a few more. 1 more each side. And then we'll land with the left leg high, right leg at a hover. Now start to twist over toward the left. Keep the twist and then the left leg comes down to a hover. Inhale, lift the leg. Bring it down to a hover, and lift. Hover, and lift. 3 more. Keep internally rotating the thighs, hugging the belly back. We've got 1 more. Hold the leg up. Arms come outside of the left leg. Twist tie the leg. So really squeeze the inner thighs here. And then pulse for 10. 9. Keep hugging your belly in. 5 more. 4. 2 more. And last one. Really good. Hug your left knee in. Let your head relax. Big breath in here. As you exhale, take the twist. You might want to scoot your hips to the left so you stack the hips. Left arm comes out. And then gently come back to center. We have a little bit more here. You know, I love to do core. Bring the legs back up to 90. This time, arms come down by your side. And start to bring the legs down to a hover. Just as low as you can go, keeping the low back and the belly hugged in nice and tight. Now lift the shoulders and chest, reach forward. Ardha Navasana. Breathe. Making sure that's on. Here we go. All right. Inhale, lift up. Navasana. Breathe. Hold your Navasana. Now, bring your feet down. Bring your hands behind you. Fingers point towards your feet. Roll your shoulders back, coming into a reverse tabletop pose. So lift the hips and just look up. You don't even have to drop the head. Now, scoot your hips back. Keep the feet on the floor. Just keep the hips lifted and press into your hands. Maybe you lift the feet for just a second. Come back to your reverse tabletop. Opening up through the shoulders. Scoot your hips way back, and maybe just for a second, you lift the feet. 3 more of those. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come back. 2 more. Just do the best that you can. You might even use just a little bit of momentum. Yep, 1 more time. Bring it back. See if you can hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Set your bum down. Cross the ankles, roll over your knees, tabletop pose. So finding your tabletop pose, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And just start to move organically. Dropping your belly for cow pose, and then rounding the spine for cat. Using your inhale breath for cow, and your exhale for cat. You might even take C curves, come back towards your heels. You can peek over each shoulder. Just make it feel good. Move intuitively. There's no right or wrong. Take your time, stretching out through the front body, lubricating the spine. And then as you're ready, come back to your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, go back, downward facing dog. And just taking a few moments to set up your down dog. Feet are hips distance apart, heels reaching for the floor. Let your heels be heavy. So you might even bend your knees a little bit here. Pull your belly in and up, hips up and back. Let your head hang heavy between your biceps, looking right down the line of your nose. And see if you can press the mat away so much that you find that stretch into your armpits. And then maybe take a look back at your knees and make sure your knees are tracking right over your middle toe and that you're not caving the knees in, but that you're really activating through the legs. And just breathe. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Look to the top of your space and then just take little steps all the way to the top of the space. See if you can keep your hands planted and not lift the palms. Feet come about hips distance apart. Bend your knees a lot. Just find ragdoll pose. Let the head go. You can just grab for opposite elbows here. Even though we're in this forward fold, don't let go of the belly. Really hug it in to protect the low back. You can even take your hands behind your head if that feels nice, or a shoulder stretch. But just starting to release through the hamstrings, the low back. And then toe heel your feet together to touch. Bring your hands to your heart and just roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and down your back. And just close your eyes for a moment. This is a great time to set an intention for your practice. Maybe you have a yoga goal, and you want to kind of focus on that arm balance. Maybe you just want to have fun and breathe. Anything that you want to set your intention on is perfect. And it's something to come back to during practice when you get tired or, frustrated. It's all part of the learning process. Take a big deep breath in through your nose. Fill up with your intention, seal it in, and then open your mouth, exhale, and share it with the room. Blink your eyes open, bring your arms down by your side, Tadasana. On an inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold, soft knees and a flat back. Hands to the earth, your shins or your knees just pressing into something. On an inhale, find a flat back. Hips back, chest forward. Belly in tight. Exhale, fold, forehead to shins. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Plant your palms and step back to your high plank pose. So finding your strong plank, really press the mat away, find a little doming in your upper back. Crown of head goes forward, so we're not dropping the head, we're not cranking the neck. You're looking right out over your mat. Crown of head is forward, pressing the mat away, external rotation of your shoulders, and then isometrically pulling your forearms together. Belly in nice and tight, legs are super active. Hinge forward on your toes, hug your elbows in, and then as slowly as you can, come all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Bring your feet about hips distance apart for this. Walk your hands way back, kind of close to your rib cage. Squeeze your elbows in so they're going straight back. Activate your legs. Press into the tops of your feet. Forehead down. Now on an inhale, just lift your head and your chest. Pull your shoulder heads away from the mat. And then maybe you hover the hands a little bit. Exhale, release. Do that again. Inhale, lift up. Now, maybe you hover the hands, maybe you walk them back a little bit more, put some weight into them, and find a lifted cobra. But I want you to keep your hips down and work the back body. Lift up. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, go back, child's pose. Just for a breath. Come back to your tabletop pose, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Look to your hands. Feet meet your hands, top of the mat. You can walk, step, float. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus your arms and open your heart. Hips go forward, chest lifts high. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to your high plank pose. Pull the belly in tight. This time, bring your knees down to the mat. Lift your booty up in the air. Hug your elbows in. Take your chin and chest down to the earth. Maybe they just hover there, but keep looking forward, elbows hug in. Now slither down. This time, come right into your lifted cobra, maybe upward facing, lifting the thighs off of the floor. And then go back, downward facing dog, rolling over your toes. One more of those, looking to the top of your mat. Walk, step, float, feet meet hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, maybe a little back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step back to your high plank pose. From here, knees, chest, chin is a great option. You can also lower all the way down to the earth and just take your cobra from there. Or hinge forward, bringing your shoulders a little forward of the wrists. Hug the elbows in, just come down halfway. Shoulders stay higher than elbows, stay buoyant. And then come to the tops of your feet, roll the shoulders open, upward facing. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Good job. On an inhale, stretch your right leg high. Bend the knee, open the hips. Scorpion down dog. Let your left heel fall down toward the earth. Keep lifting your right knee away. Press evenly through both hands. Now bring the right knee across the body and tap high up onto the left arm. And then open, bend, and stretch. Bring it back across the body and tap. Open, bend, and stretch. One more time, take it across and hold, and then extend the leg out, foot in line with the hand, stay on the ball of the left foot. Now, I just want you to sink the hips here before you go into your fallen triangle. It's a great stretch on the right IT band. Now ground the left heel, open up, fallen triangle. Left arm reaches toward the ceiling, and then overhead. And then see if you can find a little rotation and look under your left bicep. Left hand down to the mat, right leg up and over, wild thing. Lift up, reach up, let the head go. From here, we come into side plank. Look at your left hand, shoulder over wrist. You can stack the feet or stagger. You can even come down to your left knee. Reach the left arm overhead. From here, and we've done this before, I want you to take your arm right out of the shoulder joint and turn your hand toward your foot. Now, lift your right leg and see if you can tap the toe to the hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, arm comes back up, step the right foot off your mat. Put more weight into the right foot and the left hand and see if you can lift your left leg for 3, 2, and 1. Left foot down, right hand down, right foot down, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high. Knee to nose, shoulders over wrist. Look between your hands, step there. Right knee comes down to the earth. Keep the foot tucked. Anjaneyasana. So drive the hips forward and down, just starting to open up through the frontal right hip. And then inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms and open the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms behind you. Finding this arrow lunge variation in Anjaneyasana. Now make sure that you've got the right toe tucked. If it's not, go ahead and do that. And then see if you can lift the knee, coming right into Anjaney, or arrow lunge. Yeah. On an inhale, lift up, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come back to your arrow lunge. Now listen, I want you to stay this low with the left knee. So keep it nice and bent. And then I want you to just tap the right knee to the left arm forward, right arm back. And then tap the toe, switch the arms. Do that again. Stay low, just tap the knees. And then tap the toe. Tap the knees and hold. Now start to switch the arms, right arm forward. Left arm back, right leg back, finding this variation of warrior 3, and then open up, warrior 2. Settling in here. Trying to work the left thigh toward parallel. Arms are super straight and strong, and press through the outside edge of your right foot. 3 sun breaths to change direction. On an inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, parallel your feet. Exhale, warrior two, right foot leads. And an inhale, tip it up and back. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Find easy twist. Left hand comes inside of your right foot. Right arm reaches toward the ceiling. Hug your right hip underneath you. We're going to do what I call a flossing move. So I want you to take your left heel down to the earth, kind of like a warrior two or a warrior 1 foot. And then take your right arm and take it underneath and just tap somewhere on your left leg. And then come back to your easy twist. 4 more of those. Tap, look under your bicep. Easy twist. So moving with your breath. You don't have to move quickly. You've got all the time in the world. I think we have 1 more maybe. Hold it here when you get there and let's just linger. Pull your belly in tight. It'll help you to find more rotation. And then come back to your easy twist. From here, all 10 toes go toward the right side of your mat. So we find horizon lunge and just hover the hips. It should feel really nice on your right outer hip. On an inhale, just lift the hips and reach the arm overhead. Exhale, hover the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. 1 more time. On an inhale, lift all the way up, and then come up and over. Find Skandasana on the left. So you're bending into the left knee. Hands can come to the heart. You can reach out on the floor. It's your first one. We'll do another set, so it doesn't have to be your deepest expression. But flex your right foot a lot so that you really get a great inner thigh stretch on the right side. And then taking your time, using your hands or not, just transition to Skandasana on the right. And just breathe into it. And then start to frame your right foot at the top of your mat. Press into your right foot, left leg lifts, finding a little standing splits here for a moment. And then left foot meets right, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit really low. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. Maybe you can even lift them because your weight is into your heels. Tucking your tailbone. Hands come to your heart. Let's twist to the left. Right elbow outside the left knee. Roll the shoulder back. Look at your feet. Look at your knees. Make sure that the right knee is not coming forward. And then see if you can sit your bum 1 inch lower. Breathe. Keep pulling the belly in tight. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Twist to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee. Pull the left knee back in line. You can look down, up, whatever feels good on your neck. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Now listen, you can plant your palms, walk, step, or float. If you're hopping back, please land in a chaturanga. Or just step, take your flow, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your left leg up, and then bend the knee, open the hip. Right heel falls down to the earth this time. Press evenly through both hands. Just starting to find some openness in that hip. And then come high up onto the right toe as the left knee comes across and taps high up onto the right arm. And then open, bend, and stretch. Do that again. Take it across. Open, bend, and stretch. 1 more time. Take it across and hold. And then extend the leg out, foot in line with the hand, staying on the ball of the right foot. Just sinking the hips and finding the IT band stretch. Ground the right heel, lift up, fall in triangle, arm toward the ceiling, and then maybe overhead as you look under your bicep. Right hand down to the mat, left leg up and over, wild thing. Lift up, reach up, drop the head. And then find your side plank. Make sure to stack shoulder over wrist. So take your time. You have the option to stack, stagger, or come down to the knee. And then left arm comes out of the shoulder joint, hand toward the feet. Lift the hips. Tap the foot toward the hand for 5, 4. Smile while you're doing it. 3, 2, and 1. Arm up, left foot steps off. More weight into the left foot. See if you can lift the right for 3, 2, and 1. Right foot down, left hand down, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your right leg high, and then bring your knee into your nose. Step it forward, runner's lunge. Left knee down to the earth, finding your Anjaneyasana. So first, just use your hands on the mat to kind of claw your way forward, start to open up through the hip, and then inhale, lift up. Find some length. Big breath in. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep them behind you. If the toe's not tucked, go ahead and do that, and then see if you can lift the knee, finding your incline lunge, arrow lunge. Keep lifting the shoulder heads away from you. Keep the right knee really bent, and then tap the knees. So tap the left knee to the right, right arm comes forward, and then go back. Tap, keep hugging the right hip underneath you, and go back. One more and hold, so stay here. And then slowly start to switch the arms and extend the left leg behind you. Reach, get really long, and then open it up, warrior 2. Just take a breath, find your warrior 2 pose, and just sit into it. 3 pumping warriors. Inhale, straighten the legs, touch the palms. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, parallel your feet. Exhale, warrior 2, left foot leads. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Easy twist. Right hand inside of left foot, left arm toward the ceiling. Just find that extension here, that twist. Right heel down to the earth, and then floss. Left hand comes through, tap somewhere on the right leg, and look under your right bicep. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, floss. 3 more. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and tap. 1 more. Inhale, and tap. Hold it here. Just enjoy that twist. Pull the left hip underneath you. Pull your belly in and try to rotate. Come back to your easy twist. And then start to come into your horizon lunge. So toes go toward the left and just hover the hips. Feeling that stretch on the left outer hip, glute. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift, and then come all the way up and over Skandasana on the right. So second set, maybe this time you want to go a little deeper. Maybe right hand reaches outside the right foot, left arm reaches, opening the arms, maybe a half or a full bind. You choose. Keep rolling the shoulder back. And then as you're ready, slowly start to transition to the other side. Left hand reaches outside the left foot if you're comfortable with that. Maybe a half bind with the right arm. Maybe left arm comes in front. Gently release the bind if you have it. Start to face your left foot. Weight comes into the left foot as the right leg lifts, finding a little standing splits. And then right foot meets left. Toes touching, space between the heels. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a lot. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit low. And then just that little subtle tuck of the booty to really engage the core. Hands to the heart. This time we'll twist right first. Left elbow outside the right knee. Really roll the shoulder back. Sit lower. Maybe this time you open the arms and fly. Just an option. And then hands back to your heart. Inhale in the center. Twist to the left. Right elbow outside the left knee. And then maybe once you have the twist, you want to experiment with blossoming the arms open. And hands back to heart. Sit low in your chair pose. And fold. Breathe. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms. Take your vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. And then just take a quick breather. So bring your knees to the mat. Find child's pose. Maybe grab some water. I need to grab some water. And we'll carry on. Okay. Get my microphone back here. Okay. So here we go. Downward facing dog. We're going to start to add some intensity, some intervals. They won't be long. They're optional, of course. So just do your best, have fun with it, and I will give you some options. So from here, come high up onto your toes and roll it forward, rounded plank into plank. Hold your plank pose. Now I just want you to take some mountain climbers. You can go slow or fast. So it's just right knee across the body to the left, and then left to right. And if you want to hop and switch, you can do that. So it's for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your plank pose and chaturanga. Roll the shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Great job. Lift the right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Bring it across the body to the left, just like we did before. And then extend the legs straight out. Find that stretch first. Then find your fallen triangle. Inhale, lift up, reach the arm overhead. And then left hand down to the mat. Right leg comes up and over. Wild thing. Lift up. Find your side plank, look at your hand, stack it up. Arm comes overhead and then circles right out of the shoulder joint, hand toward the feet. Just 3 of these. For 3, 2, and 1. Arm up, foot steps off. See if you can find that balance, pressing into your right foot. 3, 2, and 1. Step back, right hand down, right foot down. Lift your left leg. You have the option to do a little switch kick or just step the left foot in between your hands. Or just do a little switch, right knee down to the earth. Inhale, lift up, Anjane. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Lift the knee. Beautiful. Here come those little taps, right? So tap the knees, left arm forward, right arm back, and tap the toe. Tap the knees, tap the toe. Tap the knees and hold, and then just start to switch the arms and extend the leg. Now listen, from here, we come into Warrior 2, right foot leads. So just switch your feet when you open up. Warrior 2. On an inhale, tip it up and back. Exhale, windmill the arms down, left hand inside of right foot. Easy twist. Flossing, here we go. Left foot down, tap along the left leg. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, tap. One more, inhale. Exhale, Just holding for a moment. And then come back to your easy twist and right into your horizon lunge. And you have an option here. You can stay in horizon lunge. Maybe you try to find that side plank, pressing right into it, lifting the hips. And then right knee comes into your chest. Step all the way to the top. Right hand comes down in front of your right foot. Left leg lifts, Ardha Chandrasana. So you can use a block under your right hand. Lift your left leg high. Flex the foot as much as you can. Opening your shoulders, your chest, your hips, all towards the left side of your mat. Hug your right hip underneath you. Just breathe. Really nice. Now, listen. Bend your right knee a little bit. Start to hover your right hand. One-legged Tadasana, left knee to your chest. Stand up nice and tall. Just take a moment here. You might even interlace below your left knee on the shin and just pull it in, get really strong here. And then lift your arms back up. Now listen, I want you to come into your easy twist. So left hand just comes down in between, or right inside your right foot, but just tap, stay really light. And then come back to your one-legged Tadasana. Tap. One-legged. Go slow. Use control. We have 3 more. One-legged. 2 more. You've got it. Bring it up. Last time. And lift. Hold it here. Start to extend the left leg, finding staff pose. Flex the foot. Lift it up high. And then feet meet. Chair pose. Sit low. Sweep the arms behind you. Come high up on your toes. Heels down, arms up. Sweep it back. Heels down, arms up. One more time, sweep it back. Hold it. See if you can lift your heels higher. Bring your hands to your heart. Upright your spine as much as you can. And then with as much control as you can, keep squeezing the inner thighs together. Can you start to come all the way down to a toe stand? Option to stay. Split the knees if you'd like. Reach the arms out. First, let's find a stretch. So I want you to take your knees and hug them into your armpits, on the outer side of your armpits. So you're really activating your inner thighs here. You're activating your inner thighs, your Uddiyana Bandha, and just find the stretch on your low back and find the activation in the core. You can stay here. If you'd like to try crow pose, you're all set up. So keep the toes together, heels spread apart. Lift the bum. Hands come underneath your shoulders. And then see if you can get your knees into your armpits. And then just kind of start to tip in, right? Look forward. Keep tipping, tipping, tipping. Maybe you just lift one foot, maybe both. Try to pull your feet in toward your sits bones. Pull your belly in tight. Keep hugging your forearms together and squeeze your knees into your armpits. You can stay. Maybe you shoot it back through Chaturanga. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Great job. You've got this. Just breathe. Second side. Roll it forward. Rounded plank into plank. Holding it here. Just breathe. Coming back to those mountain climbers. So you can start slow and then start to do the hop and switch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing. Inhale, stretch your left leg high, and then bend the knee, open the hip. Take it across the body, high up onto the right, and then extend the leg, find the stretch. Open up, fallen triangle. Lift up, and then reach the arm overhead. Right hand down, left leg up and over. Wild thing. Lift up, reach up. Look at your right hand. Find your side plank. Arm overhead, and then it circles right in line with the shoulder joint. Hand toward the foot. We just have 3. Keep lifting the hips for 3, 2, and 1. Arm up, step left, right hand has the weight, and the left for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch the right leg high. Either step there or just that little switch kick, and then land the left foot down. Yeah, Anjane. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arrow lunge. Start to lift the left knee. Breathe. Here we go with those knee taps. Tap it in, and then tap it back. Tap it in, and then tap it back. Tap and hold, and then start to switch everything. Left arm forward, right arm back. Extend through the left heel. Flip the feet. Left foot leads, warrior 2. Breathe. Inhale, tip it up and back. Exhale, windmill down, find your easy twist. Left arm up. Breathe. Here we go. Right heel comes down, just tap on your right leg and look under your bicep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Breathe, hold. Come back to your easy twist. And then just come right into your horizon lunge. Maybe you find your side plank. Our transition is to bring the foot back toward the hand, left hand down, right leg lifts, Ardha Chandrasana. Go slow. Lift up, reach up. Pull your belly in tight and breathe. All right, here we go. A little bend in the left knee helps. Start to hover the hand. Let's find our one-legged Tadasana. Just find your balance. Maybe you even grab around the knee or the shin and just pull it in tight, finding a little length in the low back. And then arms come back overhead. So alternating between our easy twist, kind of hovering the hand, and our one-legged Tadasana. So right hand kind of taps, and then lift up. Little tap, really light on the hand. Yeah, just keep pressing through the left heel. 3 more. Working the left glute for 2. And 1. And then hold it here. And then maybe you start to play with straightening the right leg, lifting it, keeping the hips in line. And then right foot meets left, chair pose. Breathe. Sweep the arms behind you, high up on the toes. Heels down, arms up. Sweep it back. Heels down, arms up. Sweep it back and hold. See if you can stay lifted on the toes, hands to heart. Second try at this. Keep squeezing the inner thighs. Keep lifting the heels. Just sink it down, that imaginary chair, coming into your toe stand. You can stay. Maybe you try that crow again. I always like to start with finding that stretch and really hugging those knees in. If you're just laying the knees on the arms, you're going to slip off. So you really have to find that engagement in the inner thighs and make them work. The key to a lot of arm balances, well, really all of them, is it's not just the core, it's not just the arms, it's the whole body working together. So let's try it again. Hands at our shoulders, lift your seat up really high. Knees come into the armpits. And if you're afraid, maybe you put a block underneath your head so you can rest your head and just feel like what it feels like to get your feet off the floor, right? And then just lean in. Just tip in, tip in, tip in. Chaturanga arms. Start to lift the toes. Pull them into your seat. Keep pressing the mat away. For 5, 4, 3, 2, however you want to get there. Take a vinyasa, downward facing dog. I know you guys are doing a great job. So we have one more go at this. We'll add on a little bit and have some fun with it. So grab water if you need to. You can always pause the video. I'm going to keep going. High up on the toes, round it forward, rounded, plank into plank. All right, here's those mountain climbers for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing. Inhale, stretch the right leg high, and then take it across the body, extend the leg, find the stretch. Maybe you sink the hips a little lower. Now fallen triangle, lift up, reach the arm overhead. Left hand down, right leg up and over. Wild thing, maybe you don't put the toe down. Try it. Yeah, lots of experimenting. Side plank, arm comes straight out. Turn the palm. For 3, 2, and 1. Right foot down, right arm up. See if you can find that balance for 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. All right. Lift your right leg up. A little different. What I want you to do is just hop your left foot forward and back, like you're skating across the mat. I want you to hug your femur into the hip joint. Don't worry about how far or how high, but just activate your core and try and keep a straight leg and straight arms. So let's do 3 of them. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Hop it forward and stay. Now come to your finger pads here, just finding your supported warrior 3. Bend into your left leg more. Extend the right leg, extend your heart away from your hips. Maybe hands to heart as you start to hover your chest up. Balance, yeah. And then tip it back, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arrow lunge. You know where we're going. Knee taps. Tap the right knee, and then tap the toe. Tap the knee, and then tap the toe. One more time, guys. Tap it, and then extend. Finding that variation of warrior 3. Open it up, warrior 2, flip the feet, right foot leads. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill it down. Easy twist. This time come right into your side plank or just stay in horizon lunge. Finding side plank. Lift the hips away. And then right knee comes back into the chest as you step it forward, back to your Ardha Chandrasana. Second time here, maybe you play with Chapasana, grabbing the foot, finding a little quad stretch. Lots of options. Or just stay. If you've got the foot, release it. And start to bend into the right knee, bring it all the way up, finding your one-legged Tadasana. From here, I want you to find eagle legs, but just bring your hands to your heart. So cross the left leg over and sit low. Now, from here, we're finding a twist. Right elbow comes outside the left knee high up onto the thigh, and just find that twist. You can even put the left foot down or keep the eagle. Just holding this for a moment. Now listen, put the foot down, put the hands down. I'm gonna face you. So your knees go to the right. I want you to keep the crossing of the knees, right? And come down, and hands go kind of towards your left. We're going to find Ekapada 1. And I think this is actually, even though you're feeling all tangled up right now, a little easier than coming from down dog. So the left upper thigh is on the right upper arm. The left arm should be free. Chaturanga arms, so fingers straight forward, elbows hug in, and just tip in. Don't do anything with the feet yet. Just start to feel what it feels like to get your weight over your hands. Now maybe you start to lift the feet. Maybe you start to fly the legs. Lots of options if you've got it. You can parallel the feet. You can just bend them. Lots of different things to try. Just have fun with it, yeah? And when you're done playing, taking your time, we'll come to a forward fold at the top of your mat. So go ahead and take your feet about hips distance apart. I'm having all these issues with my microphone tonight. All right, maybe a peace finger grip, maybe Padahastasana, toes all the way to the wrist creases, bending your knees as much as you need to make that connection. Drop your head, belly engaged, just getting your head below your heart. And just enjoy it. Inhale, lift down, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale. And exhale. If you've got your hands under your feet, just release them. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Just take a moment. We have one more side, and then we'll start to slow things down. We're almost there. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, soft knees, flat back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, walk, step, float. Find a vinyasa, downward facing dog. Roll it forward, rounded plank into plank. Find your mountain climbers for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Upward facing, roll the shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Stretch your left leg up. And then bring the knee across. Extend the leg. Find that stretch. And then fallen triangle. Lift up, reach up. Arm overhead. Right hand down. Find your wild thing. Maybe you toy with hovering the toe. Just finding a little balance. And then right into side plank. Arm comes straight forward. Turn the palm towards your foot. For 3, 2, and 1. Arm up. Step outside the mat. Lift up for 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Okay. Here we go. Lift the left leg high. So we just start those little hops, hopping forward and back off the right foot. Straight legs, straight arms. It doesn't have to be high. It doesn't have to be far. For 3, 2, 1 more. I lied. Come forward and hold it. Right foot stays. Come up to your finger pads. Find that supported warrior 3. Bend more into your right foot. Look forward, maybe hands to heart as you lift the heart. And then tip back, crescent lunge. Inhale, lift the arms. Cactus the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms behind you, arrow lunge. Tap the knees for 3, 2, 1, and hold. And then start to switch it out. Right arm back, left arm forward. Open it up. Warrior 2, left foot leads. Tip it up and back. And then windmill it down. Right hand down, come right into your horizon lunge, maybe side plank. Press the hips away from the mat. And then left knee into the chest as you step it forward. Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand down, opening toward the right side of your mat. Stay, maybe Chapasana. Grabbing for the foot, finding a little back bend. Breathe. If you've got the foot, release it. Fly everything open. And then with as much control as you can, stand it all the way up, finding one-legged Tadasana. Bring your hands to your heart, right leg over, finding your eagle pose with hands to heart. You can single, double wrap, you can put the foot on the floor. Try to sit lower, and then the twist is left elbow outside the right knee. Hopefully high up if you can. I know it's tricky. You can even put the foot down. Try to find that twist. And then when you're ready, put the foot down, put the hands down. This time, the knees go toward the left, hands to the right, or kind of right in the front of your mat. And this time, it's the right thigh on the left arm. And try to keep the right arm free. It actually is easier. Start to find your chaturanga arms. You need that strong chaturanga. Engage your core. Just start to tip in. Maybe this is all you do, but that's the pose. You got it. Maybe you start to extend the leg. Keep lifting the heart, looking forward, pitching forward. You can play with the legs if you like. Taking all the time you like. Just kind of play around with it. And then when you're ready, we'll meet at the front of our mat. Once again, maybe just find a little ragdoll here. And then toes come together. Inhale, lift all the way up. Hands to your heart. All right, let's start to make our way down to our mat. On an inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step back to your plank pose, or you can float if you like. Take your flow. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Sweep your right leg high. And then half pigeon pose. Right knee comes outside the right wrist. Slide it down. So you don't have the mirror, but just kind of take a look back. Make sure that you're not sickling the foot and that the leg is coming straight out of the hip. You're not sitting to one side or the other, but you're nice and tall, right? Roll the shoulders back. Maybe you even float the arms behind you and look up, find a little extension. You can even practice with no hands. And then maybe you just start to hinge forward. So finding what works for you here, finding this great relaxing hip stretch. If this is uncomfortable, you can come to your back for supine figure 4, crossing the right ankle above the left knee. If you like a king pigeon or a half mermaid, you are more than welcome to go into that. If you like that shoulder stretch, it could be left arm under, left cheek to the mat. You can even take a half bind. trying to grab for the right big toe or just your hip. And then take your time. You are welcome to stay as long as you'd like. If and when you're ready, you can come to your hands and just drag your left knee in behind the right. Kiss your knees together and bring your feet nice and wide and set your bum down between your feet. Starting again to get that really great hip stretch. Sitting up nice and tall, you can grab for the big toes. If you'd like Gomukhasana arms, I like to do opposite. I get that nice kind of cross-body stretch. So I take the left arm up if the right leg is on top. Right hand comes behind. You can grab for your bra strap. You can use a washcloth or maybe a strap. But sit up tall. Try and direct the elbow toward the ceiling and press the back of your head into your forearm. Find that length. You can stay. If you like to fold, that's always an option. Keep hugging the belly back. And then on an inhale, if you folded, come on up. If you have the arms, release them. Roll the shoulders back. You can rock the head. And then roll over the knees. We'll find downward facing dog to go to the other side. On an inhale, stretch your left leg high. And then left knee outside the left wrist. Finding your half pigeon. Sitting up tall, checking your alignment. Option to bring the hands back. And you might find it feels totally different from side to side. It does for me. Maybe you find that shoulder stretch here if that feels good. And then as you're ready, just start to hinge it forward. Same options for King Pigeon or Half Mermaid. Shoulder stretch, this time would be right arm under, right cheek to the mat. Maybe a bind might feel good. And take your time. As you start to make your way out of this, come to your hands, dragging the right knee behind the left, fanning the feet out, nice and wide. Sitting up tall, finding Gomukhasana with the left knee on top this time. And of course, you have the option to just stay with grabbing the big toes and just focusing on that hip stretch, which I think feels amazing. Maybe it's right arm up. Or same arm, whichever one you didn't do before if you're into the shoulder stretch. But sit up tall and press the back of your head into your arm. Pull your belly in tight. And then of course you have the option to fold it forward. Inhale, come back up. Gently release. Roll the shoulders. Roll over your knees. And then let's just come to our seats. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. On an inhale, lift up, reach up. Really get on those sit bones, so sit as tall as you can. Knees might even be bent a little bit. And then just hinge it forward, grabbing for somewhere on the shins, maybe the sides of the feet, maybe the big toes. But try to find a flat back, find extension, lead with your heart, and then exhale, fold. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Sit up tall, reach the arms forward. Pull the belly in, and as slowly as you can, start to roll it down. We're not going all the way, you know. Right? Keep the head and the chest lifted. Knit the ribs, knit the belly. Lower back presses into the floor, hover the feet. Now, I want you to just flutter kick for 10, 9, 8. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now crisscross for 10, 9. Just keep breathing. You can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Just hold it. You can do this. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Exhale, release it all the way down. Really great job, you guys. Pull your right knee into your chest. Interlace a couple inches below the knee. Pavana Muktasana, pull it in toward the armpit. And then gently release. Pull the left knee into your chest. Give that hip flexor a squeeze. Big breath in. Big breath out. Extend that leg. This time, both knees into your chest. Reach up, grab for opposite elbows or forearms. Make sure your feet are not crossed. Lay your head back down on the floor. Big breath in. As you exhale, knees come together and down. Rock your sacrum down toward the floor. Really compress the hip joints and lengthen through the spine. One more breath here. Exhale, pull. Bring the soles of the feet toward the ceiling. Grab for the outsides of the feet, forearms on the insides of the shins. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana. You can rock side to side. You can straighten one leg and then the other, whatever you like here. You can close the eyes, but really try to rock your sacrum down toward the floor. And then as you're ready, start to guide the soles of the feet together. Keep the knees wide and take the feet down toward the earth. Supta Bhadrasana, just how we started, we end. Right hand to your heart, left hand to your belly. Close your eyes. Rest. The most important part of our practice. We work hard physically so we can find this state of pure relaxation, meditation, stillness. You can stay here. If you prefer to have your legs outstretched, arms by your side, please do. And please take as much time as you need here in this pose that I don't feel like we do enough of, right? We're always running and trying to get things done and cross things off our list. Stillness, meditation should be on your list. My soul enters your soul. I honor the love, light, peace, beauty, strength, and kindness within you because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are the same. We are one. Namaste.